So, I don't know what the hell went on, but over the weekend I was doing a Twitch stream. Oh, I was screen sharing, that was it. But either way, I had went off and recorded me going off and chewing out Overseer BARSOW about the 200 years that she has spent in here being, well, just sitting on her butt. That's really the only way to say it. But I counted up the goals and, well, I guess I should count that dead body over there as 13. But I am going to try and recreate it as best as I can. BARSOW, you mean to tell me that you have spent the past 200 years, quote unquote, completely unable to go off and dig yourself out of this? Out of 200 years, all you had to show for your progress was that pile of rubble that was right here. Is that really all you had to show for it? "13 people in this vault. Though big share of them was in here. Still, why did the security chief not go, this is gonna be a problem? The overseer's blocked off, and I'm the only one that has the chip to make the workshop work. Why don't I just go off and put it in there? So that way we can clear out all the rubble. And, oh Jesus Christ, and to add insult to injury, during these 200 years, if this has no power, this has no power, and this has no power, why did you and the other 6 people, well, there's the bodies, you and the other 1, 2, 3, 4, that'd be 5, 6, so you'd be 6. So why did you and the other, 7, 8, why did you and the other 7 people not make some sort of makeshift power cable to run from here, make it a universal adapter, and plug it into here, here, or here? You could have easily cleared the way out using the resources you had at your hands and at your disposal if you had just had the creativity. And here's something that really irks me. If the security chief and the people on that side had started digging and the people on this side had started digging, why was there so little progress in 200 years? Sorry everybody, I'm getting a little bit of allergies. Ugh, I'm having a stroke. Anyway, actually, here's what gets me. Here's what gets me. How would you have known that it was raiders trying to force the vault door open. When you wouldn't have had any eyes or been able to hear all the way out there. Don't look at me like that, Barstool. You know I've got you pinned on this. I mean, come on! How hard would it have been to run a makeshift cable from here to here? Or make it stretch over here? Or make it be able to reach over here? Better yet, why not make sure that this piece of junk right here was still in operational condition, checked on the structural integrity, and made sure that this was in still fine shape. And then made that makeshift power cable, ran it over here, hooked this up by this, which is what it looks like was originally happening, and just plonk, and then done more makeshift cabling. I mean, look at this. This thing's probably lifting about 5 tons of stuff by itself. I know it's over 800 pounds. So, I don't know what's in here has to definitely be over 10 tons. And look, you got power right here. And it's not plugged into anything. Is this magical voodoo from a ghoul? I mean, come on! You got power to a lamp that's not plugged into anything. And how are you able to keep the fires in the barrels going for 200 years? I mean, you got a light in here that's on. You more than likely got fusion cores and whatnot in these boxes. Hell, you probably even have reactor bits and pieces in these containers. And what's this? An empty trunk. But still, 200 years, Barstool. 200 years. And all you had to show that you quote-unquote tried to dig yourself out was a small pile of rubble right here. At most, Barstool, you tried to dig yourself, along with the others, out for maybe 2 weeks. And that's being lenient. 2 weeks to a month. That is me blessing you with leniency on the month part. Don't smile at me. I think I know what your plan was. Your actual plan was to wait until everybody in here had turned into a ghoul and or died. And then you was gonna go off and use the machinery to dig yourself out. But during that 200 years, you quote unquote forgot how to run the machinery. And since you're quote unquote immortal and will quote unquote live forever, you were just hoping that Vault Tech would come along and go, "Oh, Vault 88. This vault was unfinished. Let's go see if any progress was made in this 200 years." Well, surprise, sister. Vault Tech is gone. And I will have fury on you. I mean, Bloody allergies. I mean, honestly, what was a Vault 88 person doing right here in this transport cart? I mean, really? What is he doing here? If you already had a handful of residents, or people from Vault Tech, in suits, helping with the vault, and that's honestly suspicious how he's a dead body, concerning that he was in a sheltered section that clearly had nothing fall down on top of it. So, here's the conspiracy. You was waiting for somebody to come along from another vault, whether it be an old overseer, a dweller, or just somebody that was wearing a vault suit and had a pit boy, or had a radio and heard the distress signal from the automated message. Bloody allergies. You were waiting for something. You were waiting. Waiting. You were waiting, Barstool. You are not an overseer. You are a murderer. Let's just have a look at those experiments in your pocket. No? No experiments in your pocket? I mean, come on. Let's see here. Security log. Nuclear detonation event detected. Automatic tech emergency lockdown procedure activated. This vault has been in complete and utter disarray for the past 200 years. And it's because you, Barstool, you could not flip the bill. You are not an overseer. You are just a quack CC Vault Tech propaganda thing. You have that Vault Tech propaganda going to your head. You need help. There's seriously something wrong in that chrome dome of yours. Better yet, that 8-ball head. There is something wrong inside that 8-ball head of yours. And in the past 200 years, exactly how did you make all this water? Well, make this little water last 200 years? I mean, certainly if you were digging through the things, containers and stuff, I'm sure you found Nuka-Cola, this, that, and the other, to keep hydrated. But it's just the simple fact of why? Why? In 200 years, you have actually not even attempted to dig yourself out. If I was in your position, and I had 200 years, I already know that I would have dug myself out of there. You are a pathetic overseer, Barstool. And the fact that you're not answering me tells me. Oh, yep, there's that smile. You don't care.